bravely enduring the challenges of the times and our new normal. Keeping traditions alive and the flame of the Cagayanon spirit and Higalaay ablaze, all with God's blessings. Uniting the community in a festive celebration of fashion, beauty, culture, enterprise, creativity, friendship, family, good food, and faith. This is Cagayan de Oro, celebrating Higalaay Festival 2021. I'm Leah Andanaryu. Kita-kits mga Higala!
Welcome my Higala, we're so glad to meet ya. Right here in Islibo, Bansa Salo-Salo. Come to our Estrada, here we got the flavor, enjoy. It's all for you, everyone's invited. Get the world excited to Cagayan de Oro. 1, 2, here we go! Turn up the heat and let's get cooking. Taste the fun in Studio. Kumbira sa Studio. Kumbira, turn up the heat and let's get cooking. Taste the fun in Studio. Kumbira sa Studio. Alina sa Kumbira. Kumbira. Alina sa Kumbira. Kumbira. Everyone's invited. Get the world excited to Cagayan de Oro. 1, 2, here we go! Alina, Kumbira, turn up the heat and let's get cooking. Taste the fun in Studio. Kumbira sa Studio. Kumbira, turn up the heat and let's get cooking. Taste the fun in Studio. Kumbira sa Studio. Everyone's invited. Get the world excited to Cagayan de Oro. 1, 2, here we go! Alina, Kumbira, turn up the heat and let's get cooking. Taste the fun in Studio. Kumbira sa Studio. Kumbira, turn up the heat and let's get cooking. Taste the fun in Studio. Kumbira
Welcome to the first all-virtual Kumbira Online competition as we celebrate Kohara's 25th anniversary. There are three key ingredients on sustaining the life and success of an organization. The first ingredient, sharing and learning of best practices with the members and working closely with the Department of Tourism, Region 10. Kohara's officers and members share their best practices with each other. We also discuss each other's problems and we provide solutions. We work closely with the Department of Tourism for regulations and best practices compliance. The second ingredient, develop a personal relationship with the Metro Manila and Cagayan de Oro's master chefs and master mixologists. We regularly invite them to judge the competition and for them to give free seminars, mentoring and coaching to the participants. The third ingredient, collaborate and coordinate with the local government of Cagayan de Oro City. We coincide the competition with the City Fiesta August celebration. We thank you, Mayor Oscar Moreno, for making Kohara's Kumbira Online competition be part of the Higala Festival. Lastly, special mention to our major sponsor, the Tourism Promotion Board, in providing the logistical and financial assistance. Welcome again to the first all-virtual Kumbira Online competition.
A1 Avenue Express Hotel, Amaya View, Apple Tree Resort and Hotel, Bridge Hotel, Cagayan Riverview Inn, Casa Azucena, Casa Kanituan, Chali Resorts and Conference Center, Dahilayan Forest Park, and Deluxe Hotel. Discovery Hotel, Double M Hotel, Duca Bay Resort, Grand City Hotel, Gardens of Malasag Ecotourism, Hotel Conchita, Hotel Sogo, Limkadkar Lux Hotel, Mulberry Suites, and Marion Suites Hotel. Mindanao Cooperative Hostel Services, Miami Inn, New Dawn Hotel Plus, and Hotel Paras Beach Resort, Philtown Hotel, Prawn House, Red Planet Hotels, Seda Centria Hotel, Stargate Dream Vacation Resort, The VIP Hotel, Traveler Spot, Ultra Winds Mountain Resort, and Uptown Condotel. Afong Asian Cuisine, Babu Kwan, Barkadahan Grill, Big B's Cafe, Boy Zubba, Cafe Laguna, Kusina Higala, Deer Manok, Grand Caprice Restaurant, and High Ridge Restaurant. Cagayanon Restaurant, Kenko Naicha, La Ilonga Restaurant, Missy Bonbon, Red Tail Shrimps and More Restaurant, Ribs and Bibs Restaurant, Thigh Me Up Restaurant, and The Hungry Plate.
Maayong adlaw from the city of Golden Friendship, the hub of Northern Mindanao, Cagayan de Oro City. It's day 3 of Kumbira Online 2021. I'm Decius Yoyong Esmedalla of the Department of Tourism, and joining me this afternoon is a young and dynamic officer of Kohara, Jeff, who is now live right now from Deluxe Hotel. Hi Jeff, good hapon kanimo din ha?
Hi, Sir Young. Good afternoon, and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to day 3 of Kumbira Online 2021. You know
Mm-hmm.
what, Sir Young? We started last Tuesday, and karon, it's the final day. Paspas na kayo.
Fast
Okay.
kayo, yun.
Yeah, katong first day, I was still feeling a bit nervous, but now I'm just excited for the other webinars and other events this afternoon. Sir Young?
All right, we have a full sched lined up for all the viewers of this virtual show. First, we will have the Kumbira Chef Masters competition. We had also our bar flair tending on the second day. On the first day, the cake decorating yesterday. So today, it's culinary time. Our 6 finalists will be cooking a dish with a secret ingredient. We will know later. Unsa nang secret ingredient, Jeff?
Yes, Sir Young, I definitely look forward to their preparations and their cooking demonstrations. But another thing to look forward to is the open forum portion of our program. Okay, so we will be inviting our resource speakers from the lectures in the last 2 days, and we will be having them live later. Okay, Chef C with his flavors from the garden lecture, and Mr. Rich Watanabe of Coffee Heritage Project and Coffee Science Center, and Mr. Raymond Mirabueno of Bukidnon's own Mirabueno Coffee to answer the questions that were posted or sent to us by our viewers.
That's Sir Jeff. And we will also have a special tape interview of Mr. Honorio Cervantes of the Urban Gardening Lecture. Well, it's unfortunate that he can't join us this afternoon live, no, but he got your questions and we will share these answers to you also later.
Okay, sayang Sir Young, he won't be able to join us this afternoon. But anyway,
Yes, yes, I know. It's a very good source of information about urban
there is
gardening.
sayang kayo, but at least he has a video in store for us. And before we proceed with our program, I would just like to give a shout out to all our viewers. We have viewers from all over the globe, from UAE, from England, from the United States, from South Korea. We have other viewers from the different parts of Cagayan de Oro and the Philippines. Thank you to all our viewers. Thank you to all our supporters. We love you guys. Okay, Sir Young.
Oh, yes, and also our friends still from Australia and Dubai, they are watching right now. Jeff, so keep on sending us, no? Katong atong mga friends right now who are watching, please keep on sending us your comments and greetings so that we can read and acknowledge them here. Like for now, we want to say hello to our friends. No, of course, atong mga taga Cagayan de Oro, we have to greet them. To good luck also to our participants, Miss Nelia Lee, maayong hapon kanimo din na, and all the Kohara members and the Kumbira team, no, ang taga Cagayan de Oro, nearby cities and provinces. Maayong hapon kaninyong tanan. From Kirby, si Kahoy, maayong hapon sa tanan. Hello, Kirby. Hi, Jeff.
Okay, yes, again.
Napatay greeters, no?
Daghan kita greeters karon, Sir Young. To all our viewers,
Wow.
again, thank you very much. Please type your comments or messages on the chat box below. Give us some love. Okay, and speaking of travels,
I like that. I like that. Give us some love.
yeah, I like that too, Sir Young. Okay, okay, so it's now time for us to visit our sister cities and provinces again as we feature next Soxargen. You know what, Sir Young? They say they have prepared a tuna and tilapia dish for us. So let's watch this.
I think it's tilapia.
Oh.
It's tilapia dish.
Oh,
yes.
sorry, tilapia dish. Yes. My
Okay.
bad.
Okay. Sige, let's watch this.
Magaling Jensen! General Santos, also known as Jensen, is the gateway to SOX. Having an airport and seaports, Jensen is an accessible destination for tourists. The tuna capital of the Philippines and the tuna fish port is a must visit. It is where you will see firsthand the sorting, classifying, grading, and packing ready for the daily shipment through airline to Japan and the US. Its beaches will surely give you fun during the summer season. Around 9,000 hectares of pure nature at Kalhala Karst Ecotourism Park will inspire the outdoor enthusiast in you. In General Santos, you can view breathtaking landscapes by ziplining or mountain climbing in its famous Malacong Gorge. You can also have your mountain climbing at Sanchez Peak. In addition to climbing, Sanchez Peak is also best for Filipino-style overnight retreat. Witness also the fruit-eating bats of Nopal Hills and have a cultural learning experience with the Blaan chieftain by learning how to cook with just a piece of bamboo. Or you can just go for a hike and find yourself viewing Amsikong Falls or basking in pure spring water at Bunga Springs. If you want to taste the bounties of the sea, head on the locals' and tourists' favorite food place, the Tiongsan Arcade. At the busy place of Tiongsan Arcade, you will experience native cuisine at its finest. Those seafoods can be cooked to your liking, and of course, don't forget to taste their grilled tuna. If you prefer an overview of Sarangani Bay with a sumptuous meal, then Sarangani Highlands is great for you. Another best of Jensen is the celebrated yellowfin tuna. It can be as heavy as any healthy human at 150 pounds. With its quality, they can be found in fish markets in Japan and delis in Seattle. Other species of tuna such as bigeye, billfish, and skipjack are also available in Jensen. Besides sushi and sashimi, you can also make other delicacy from tuna like this healthy General Covana tuna burger of Kopi Covana at Columbus Hotel. Want to make one? Chef Jay will teach us how to.
Magandang Jansan! I'm Chef Jay of Kopi Cubana at Columbus Plaza Hotel. Today we're going to make one of the specialty of Kopi Cubana, which is the General Cubana burger. The ingredients we're going to use today are first, the tuna, which is the best of General Santos City, the garlic, ginger, white onions, celery, singkamas, breadcrumbs, lettuce, cucumber, calamansi, egg, salt, chili powder, paprika, and pepper. And of course, the bread, the burger buns, the tomatoes for garnish, and rosemary. The procedure is the tuna. We're gonna mix it. Then the ginger, garlic, the celery, white onions, the singkamas, and of course the calamansi. In order for them, para yung amoy ay malilesser yung langsa ng tuna. We're gonna mix it together. I'm using my hands para yung product niya is masarap at saka mamimix talaga siya ng buo. Okay. Next is the salt. Chili powder. Paprika. And the pepper. So now, after nahalo na lahat ng ingredients, i-add na po natin yung egg. And then, imamasa na lang natin siya para hahalo talaga yung egg sa ating patty. Ayan. Ayan. Okay. After mahalo natin yung egg, ilalagay na natin yung breadcrumbs para sa extender niya. After natin mahalo lahat ng ingredients for our patty, we're going to mold it. The easiest way to form a patty is to make a ball. Yan, medyo malaki siya. And then, ililipat natin siya sa ating, you can use chopping board para flatten talaga siya. And then, ayan siya, ball. Ipipress down natin. Ayan, para maganda ang ating form ng patty. So, after natin ma-mold ang ating patty, ipapan-fry natin ito until ma-achieve natin ang brownness ng ating patty. And then, i-oven natin siya for 2 to 3 minutes. I-assemble na natin siya sa ating buns. First, ilalagay natin ang lettuce sa lower bun. Ayan. Ayan. Dapat lumalabas yung kulot-kulot niya sa edge para maganda tingnan. And then, ilalagay na natin ang ating patty. Ayan. After that, ilalagay natin ang ating cucumber. After that, ilalagay natin ang ating mustard. Ayan. After that one, ilalagay natin sa upper bun ang another dressing. After that, itatap natin siya sa ating patty. Ayan. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the pride of General Santos City, General Cubana Tuna Burger.
Despite the economic advancement and industrialization, Jensen still maintains its natural flavors. Flavors that showcases the rich natural resources in the area.
Overall, the best.
Taste the flavors of socks. Visit General Santos City. Talking about summer, Soxargen's cradle of dreams, the Lake Cebu is home to natural spots that are the very abode of cultural communities, Tibolis. Lake Cebu reflects the identity and ethnicity of South Cotabato. Witness cultural performances or learn dance steps at Ginoboy or Princess House as you indulge in local snacks and native coffee. You can also choose a souvenir item from an array of arts, crafts, and wearables available at No Boy or in other souvenir shops in Lake Cebu. Better yet, stay overnight in this Nos for a Tiboli life experience. This summer capital of South Cotabato boasts its 3 breathtaking lakes that has been a home to Tiboli tribe. These lakes are Lake Lahit, Lake Cebu, and Lake Siloton. The Tibolis dubbed the lakes as a miraculous body of water that never runs dry and a God-given food basket. Lake Cebu is also home to Seven Falls, a famous tourist destination that balances cultural and natural development and environmental preservation. The highest zip line in Southeast Asia is also located in this area, a truly all-in-one summer destination. Being 700 meters above sea level, the cool weather, resorts, and other natural sceneries always capture the heart of every tourist. Lake Cebu is also blessed not only with nature but also culture. It is the location where the famed tinalak is woven. Its traditional flavors also captures the taste buds of every visitor. Lake Cebu is a major producer of tilapia, boasts its variety of tilapia dishes such as the crispy tilapia wings and buntis na tilapia served at the Mountain Lake Eco Resort, a premier resort in Lake Cebu. How are these dishes prepared? Chef Rolly Basa of Mountain Lake Eco Resort will show us.
I'm Rolly Basa Jr. from Mountain Lake Eco Resort. Magluluto po tayo ngayon ng crispy tilapia wings. Ang mga sangkap po nito ay yung sa butter mix, kailangan po natin ang sangkap na tubig, paminta na durog, tapos cornstarch sa itlog. And then sa fruit salsa natin, mga tropical fruits, pineapple, watermelon, tsaka mango. Sa sauce, kailangan po natin ng ketchup, sweet chili sauce, tsaka liquid seasoning. Ang proseso po sa paggawa ng butter mix ay unang-una, kailangan natin ang itlog. Kalahating kutsarang asin, pamintang durog, kalahati din, tsaka 2 kutsarang cornstarch. Tapos ihalo-halo natin hanggang sa mabuo na yung mixture. Ito na. Ilagay na natin ang ating cleaned and carved na tilapia. Pagkatapos nating maihalo lahat ng butter mix ingredients, pwede na nating isalang sa mainit na mantika. Ayan po. Habang hinihintay nating maluto ang ating pinipritong tilapia, gagawa tayo ng sauce. Unang-una, ilagay natin yung konting tubig. Tapos, yung chili sauce. Seasoning. Tapos, half cup na ketchup. Simmer lang po hanggang sa kumukulo. Antayin lang natin kung kumulo. Tapos okay na po yan. Pagkatapos nating maluto yung ating tilapia, lalagyan natin ng tropical fruits tsaka yung kanyang sauce. Pagkatapos nating mailagay yung tropical fruits tsaka sauce, ito na ngayon ang ating crispy tilapia wings. Ang susunod po nating lulutuin ay ang buntis na tilapia. Ang mga sangkap po nito ay ang mixed vegetable, cornstarch, pamintang durog, asin, boiled egg, tsaka butter. Una nating gagawin ay igisahin po natin ang ating vegetables sa 20 grams na butter. Halu-haluin lang po natin tong mixed vegetable natin hanggang sa maluto. Tapos, lalagay na natin sa ating tilapia. Ito na yung ating sauteed vegetable. Ilalagay na po natin siya sa ating tilapia. Tapos, lagay natin yung itlog. Tsaka keso. Pagkatapos nating mailagay ang sauteed vegetable natin sa tilapia at saka itlog at keso, gagawa po tayo ng kanyang butter mix. Maglagay tayo ng itlog. Tapos, paminta. Asin, tsaka 2 kutsarang cornstarch. Paghalu-haluin lang natin ang ating mixture hanggang sa matunaw yung mga ingredients. Ngayong handa na ang ating mixture, ilalagay na natin yung ating tilapia. Iko-coat po natin to buong katawan niya hanggang sa ma-absorb niya yung lahat ng ating ingredients. Tapos ilalagay na natin sa kumukulong mantika. Habang hinihintay natin maluto yung ating buntis na tilapia, gagawa po tayo ng kanyang sauce. Ang mga kailangan nating sangkap sa paggawa ng sauce ng buntis na tilapia ay ang sumusunod: finely chopped carrots, 2 tablespoons sugar, mushroom, onion rings, calamansi juice, and then butter. Una po natin gagawin sa paggawa ng sauce ay ang melt natin yung butter. Susot natin yung mushroom. Tapos, finely chopped carrots. Onion rings. Lagyan natin ng konting tubig. Tapos yung 2 kutsarang brown sugar. And then calamansi juice. Simmer lang po natin hanggang sa kumulo. Ngayon kumulo na ang ating ginawang sauce. Palaputin lang natin ng konting cornstarch. Ayan na, okay na yung ating ginawang sauce para sa buntis na tilapia. Ngayong luto na ang ating piniritong buntis na tilapia, ilalagay na natin ang ating ginawang sauce. Pagkatapos nating hanguin at lagyan ng sauce ang ating piniritong tilapia, ito na ngayon ang ating finished product, ang buntis na tilapia.
Lake Cebu is not only blessed with rich culture and natural resources, but also blessed with rich and healthy delicacy.
Alam mo yung napasarap dito, Chef, is the common cuisine, yung pritong tilapia. It's more crispier. At the same time, yung sweetness na nanggagaling sa tropical fruits at saka sa spiciness ng sauce. It's awesome. It's very sweet, spicy, crispy, delicious.
When visiting Soxurgen, don't forget to visit Lake Cebu and have a taste of rich flavors of Sox.
Hi, I'm Ingrid Chavez Agudo, and I would like to greet everyone on the occasion of the 25th anniversary of Kumbira, a culinary show and live competitions and the longest running culinary event in the Philippines. This is indeed a feat that has been successfully achieved by the Cagayan de Oro Hotel and Restaurant Association, or COHARA. I stand as a witness to the inception of COHARA and was actively involved during the early days of COHARA in every event, every competition, even to the preparation and registration of the design of our logo. And I wish to congratulate the officers and members as they celebrate this milestone. I wish to express my heartfelt thank you for your admirable dedication and wholehearted commitment to COHARA and for making sure that we always mount Kumbira every year, rain or shine, economic challenges, pre-COVID, and even during these difficult COVID times. I would like to make special mention to the support of the Department of Tourism, especially to the former Director of Tourism, former Director Dorothy Jean Pabayo, who made sure that we formed COHARA way back in 1996. Along with her were Miss Josephine Roque and Mr. Decius Esmedalia, who have become part of the COHARA family. Kumbira has been a vehicle for every student and professional to showcase their talents, and I am proud that Kumbira has inspired, nurtured, and developed culinarians. In Kumbira, we achieve our dreams, and the possibilities are endless. Again, congratulations to Kumbira on your 25th anniversary, and kudos to COHARA. You will always hold a special place in my heart.
Hello, COHARA friends. Greetings from Mickey Phoenix. I hope you have a wonderful 25th anniversary of Kumbira. After all, 25 years is nothing to sneeze about. But anyway, we hope to see each other again sometime. Okay? Bye.
Congratulations, Kumbira, on your 25th anniversary! Yay! Any organization's identity takes after the group of people who make it work. COHARA, the force behind Kumbira, is one organization I know that will last a long time. After working with Kumbira for quite a few years, I can certainly say that Kumbira will last a long time. Why? Because like the people who compose it, it has a big heart. Gives the right break for people with the right potential and discovers the best in every individual. Like its core group, its core group, they're very hardworking people. You know, after working with them for quite a few years, every time we were on the floor, my God, I was able to see with my own two eyes kung gaano sila kasipag. Walang kapaguran, hindi sila marunong mapagod. Hindi nagpapahinga. Palaging nakatutok kung ano man yung ginagawa nila. And if you are able to see this in any individual or in any organization, definitely this will only bring success.
Sir Young.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Sir Young. We're back.
How are you doing there?
Okay lang ka na rin, Sir Young. Nangapin ako.
Ako, nag-init pa din ni si John. Alright, I think it's high time for us also to thank our sponsors, Jeff.
Yes, Sir Young. Okay, we would like to thank our sponsors, the Tourism Promotions Board, the City Government of Cagayan de Oro, Department of Tourism Region 10 and
Yes,
Higalaya
of
Festival. We
course.
also would like to thank Del Monte Philippines, Solane LPG, Nestle Philippines, Philippine Spring Water Resources Inc., or also known as Nature Spring, and of course Kitchen Joy PH. And of course we must not forget our media partners, Mindanao Business Week, the Metro Cagayan de Oro Times, Music and the City, and Hello CDO. Thank you very much for your support. This event wouldn't have been possible without your aid. Okay, thank you very much to all our sponsors.
Yes, and also Jeff, now Higalay Festival, of course, we would like to thank the City of Cagayan de Oro. And we would also like to take this opportunity to also thank our Department of Tourism regional offices for sharing to us the beautiful clips, no? To have a better understanding of what they can offer in the region. So thank you kaayo sa ating Department of Tourism Region 9, the Zamboanga, of course, Region 10, Northern Mindanao, Region 11, that is Davao, Region 12 in Cotabato, and Region 13, Caraga region. Thank you so much for helping us out in making this Kumbira 2021 really a successful event. All right. So, Jeff, just to share with you, in my 20 plus years of hosting the Kumbira event, I have never thought that time will come for a culinary competition can now be done virtually and without a taste component. Giunsa ka na nila, Jeff?
Yeah, I agree with you, Sir Yong. Katong pag nungupod na ako, culinary competition without tasting, sama na. Okay, so we know taste is an essential element, but are there other factors that the judges can look into? Okay, so why don't we find out and ask from the chairperson of the Chef Masters competition herself? We call her back to the show, Miss Joanna Yu. Chef.
Hi, Chef Joanna.
Hi,
Hi,
Yong.
Chef. How are you?
Fresh, huh?
Gina.
Hello.
How are
Yes.
you doing?
Hello,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon,
Good
everybody.
afternoon. Yes, it's good to see you again. So I just have a few questions for you. So what were the points considered for this competition since it was done virtually? And after that, tell us the secret ingredient.
Okay, Jeff. So there were several points now considered for the Kumbira Chef Master competition. One important one is really, first of all, the composition of the dish. No, it being the requirement, no, that the coconut ingredient, no, the fresh coconut should be the main highlight, no. Participants or the competitors must think up of creative ways to use as much of the coconut component and produce as much coconut flavor in their plated dish. So while at the same time making sure that all the ingredients complement each other. So in order to do this, well, each competitor must plan well. No, this translates to how they write the recipes. No, so one criteria for judging was really the recipe writing, because the Kumbir Master competition this year is on a virtual platform, and judges could not really actually taste the dish, and they focus a lot of attention on how the recipes were written. So recipe writing, no, was the second biggest consideration besides the composition. And this is actually a very practical approach, because like in an actual food preparation setting or in a restaurant, recipes are really the basis for all the work in the kitchen. Must be written well, to be understood well, and to be followed correctly, by the staff. So of course, another consideration also would be how the dish was prepared. Uh, was the cooking method followed precisely? Did the participant cook in a clean, organized manner? Did the participant extend himself to making the dish more complicated in terms of preparation? And is a dish appetizing in color, texture, flavor appeal? So all these were under the criteria: presentation, correct preparation method, and technique, degree of difficulty, and such. No? So all these specific points total to the 100% points under the judging criteria. And if the competitor was able to highlight, the coconut ingredient best, and write the recipes very well, and execute the dish or the cooking efficiently, and present a beautiful, tasteful dish within 1 hour. No,
Mm-hmm.
medyo tall order, but
It's very
they
challenging, huh?
no, very challenging.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's just about right no gagihatagan na to emphasis ang coconut. After all, our region is a coconut producing region, di ba? Ang region 10. So daghan kaayo tag coconuts din all over the region. So Chef Ann, what were the skills that the judges looked for considering that there won't be any taste evaluation? I think this is one of the most difficult parts.
Mm-mm. So, so yung judges really looked at if the competitors knew what they were doing, no? So one question the judges asked the participant, no, right after like the competitions and such, no, did you practice or did you practice, no? Because I think the key here is repetition really counts, no, in order to like develop your craft and learn, be able to execute it well. So the ease in which the participants cook the dish,
Mm-hmm.
the judges look at and admire already, no, right from like the viewing of the competition proper, no. So this was evident in how fast they could finish it up within the 1 hour time limit.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yes.
Jeff?
Yeah, kana pa lang Miss Anne the 1 hour time limit when I makadungog
Stress
ko ana yeah, stress na kog appeal. And yeah, and of course our participants must not only look at must not only focus on the taste, but they must also take into consideration the composition and the recipes. You know, they have to be well-rounded and they have to take into consideration everything. With that, Ms. Ann, kumusta man pod ang performance sa atong mga participants? How were they?
Okay, I think the finalists, no, because we went through a rigorous like screening process at the onset where we chose the final six finalists. So the six finalists actually were very nervous, no, so they had to be ready with the in front of the cameras the way earlier than the time set for the start of the competition. So but I guess they were very eager and excited and they were well prepared. And I would say that everybody did very well during the 1 hour time limit, no? And
Mm-hmm.
there was actually like a portion that the judges really asked them questions, and you could see or you could hear actually how nervous they were even after the competition. So I guess overall everybody did really well, no. So that with a technical difficulty in posing in front of the camera, no. So uh, karon manggali actually Jeff, no, kay compared to the live competitions that we've staged in the Limkit kay Atrium before, now the judges were on them, no, the
Ah,
whole time, no, compared to like before where there were only several floor judges who look at them, like, in detail. So now, like the whole time within the 1 hour, no, the judges were on them. So they were scrutinized really well in terms of how they prepared the dish, and I guess they came out winners overall, all of them.
Yeah, that's right. So we can just imagine, no, on their part. Siguro Jeff, di gyud ko makahuman og luluto sa ahos adto.
Panington no kamulok og chop diha.
Oh, yes, yes, that's right, that's right. And Chef Ann, what's your number one takeaway from the virtual Chef Masters competition? What's something that we have to take away from that?
Okay, what I like about Kumbira really young is really that besides it's a competition, it's an opportunity to mingle with people from the culinary and tourism industry who
Mm-hmm.
share the same likes as us, no. So there's a lot of lessons learned from the sharing itself and from feedback in this case from the judges for the participants and organizers, no. So I hope that the competitors really realize that like at this juncture when they join the competition they do something new and something difficult, but it is an opportunity for them to test what they are capable to do, and whether they win or lose, like in this competition, they should cherish the experience itself, no? And I guess the learnings that they can take away from it, because it's going to be part of them and it's going to help them become that special chef or special someone tomorrow. So every great chef does not happen overnight, and it's in the trying that they become close to being great, no. So I hope they learn that and appreciate that.
All right, so thank you very much, Chef Anne.
Thank
And I
you.
think I would like to buy that idea. That the Kumbira is a good platform for them to really move on and shape up because the world is getting competitive. So through Kumbira, makita nila or ma-develop nila ilang skills, no? Sa ilang craft nga gipili. So again, Jeff, we would like to thank Chef Anne.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Yong. Good luck.
Thank you, Kaayo. I know this is one of the most difficult categories that you are handling. Very sensitive at that because of the requirements na kailangan ihatag yun na sa atong mga performers, sa atong mga finalists. So, Jeff, I think it's high time for us now to meet also our board of judges for this Chef Masters category. So, our first judge is a culinary head at Endurance Colleges, graduated from La Roche in Switzerland with a diploma in hotel and restaurant management, earned a certificate in business administration with honors from Washington State University. Over 20 years of experience in the field of culinary arts worldwide, like in Kempinski Hotel and Traders Hotel in China, and Banff Buffet SBB Basel in Switzerland, among others. Lead the kitchen operations in EDSA Shangri-La, Hyatt Regency Manila, and Tagaytay Highlands. Trained in Ducasse Education in France in the year 2008 and the Philippine Airlines MasterChef Series in 2012. Please help me welcome Judge Chef Chong Yan Si. There he is. Our next judge is a consultant and the chairperson of the National Food Showdown, invited by the DFA Cultural Diplomacy Unit to conduct lectures and demos on the Philippine cuisine in various parts of the world like London, Brussels, The Hague, Berlin, Hamburg, Madrid, Paris, and Lisbon. Invited to be a member of the Industry Advisory Board of Le Cordon Bleu Manila, opening in Ateneo de Manila in September 2018. Please help me welcome Judge Chef Myrna Sigismundo. There she is, also a very familiar lady in Kumbira. And of course, not the last one. Our next judge started his culinary journey from his hometown in Austria and worked in some of the most luxurious hotels in the world, including Germany, Sweden, China, and Kuwait. The executive chef in Mandarin Oriental Manila in the year 1989. Executive director for culinary education and the owner of International School for Culinary Arts and Hotel Management, or ISCOM. Also the owner of a fine dining restaurant called Aubergine Restaurant and Patisserie in Manila. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our judge, Chef Norbert Candler. All right, so there they are. These are the people who were given one of the most difficult tasks, okay, to ensure that you will be able to come up with the winners for this Masters category in Online Kumbira 2021. Jeff?
Okay, thank you, Sir Young. And we have 6 finalists for this category with their own presentations using coconut as their main dish. Okay, so let's see how they virtually whip up these dishes.
Let's watch this.
is coconut milk, 400 ml. Nakita na nako. Never mind. Local butter. Okay. Seeds. Okay, sir. Okay, good. Okay, next is, okay. So, I think that's complete batter mixture yung pasabot.
Mixing
flour,
of flour
coconut
and
water. Okay.
water, ma'am, yes.
Oo, asay mong sapal sa kuan. Ang okay. Sige. Okay, garlic, onion, vinegar, okay, chili. Okay. Okay, coconut, I see it. Salt. Muna man ng carrot din niya, di ba? May laing carrot. Okay, carrot, plan, fresh coconut. Okay, sir. Your calamansi, salt, pepper. Okay, edible flowers, glutamate. Okay. Okay, so let's go with the chicken breast. So, idibon pagyapo na nimo. Pound din nimo. Okay, can I see the white? Okay, imuhang cilantro leaves.
Here, ma'am.
Oh, your water spinach.
Here, ma'am.
Okay, there. Okay. Calamansi juice. You have calamansi juice.
Here, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so santol fresh, 250 grams. Okay. Can I see the onion? Okay. Okay. Okay, paprika. Okay. Garlic. Can I see the garlic? Okay.
Okay, first of all, I would like to congratulate all of you for a job well done. We really enjoyed it. So we will now give you general feedbacks. This will take too long if we go one by one. So I will do a small portion and then Chef Mirna and Chef C will continue. As we have been talking a lot about the recipes, which are very, very important, we would like to congratulate you for doing it very well. That certainly, I'm sure it helped you in the cooking, and that's something it will also help you a lot in the future. Of course, we don't announce any points, but I just can tell you the points in recipes in general were very high, between 21 and 25 versus elimination between 10 and 21. So congratulations for that.
These days, I think we all did a pretty good job. So we, as usual, congratulate the organizers as well as the participants, who have definitely come across quite well during this competition. I just want to let you know that the three of us, would discuss and conducted consensus judging. So it was not a question of one judge scoring differently from the other. After discussing, the criteria and what we looked for, the 4 criteria that we basically agreed among the three of us, what our final scores would be for that. And so at the end of the day, please be assured that we judged very fairly and as a group. Okay, so that makes a big difference in terms of scoring. Now, to go to the main theme of the competition, which is to make use of coconut as your main ingredient in cooking, there are several ways that you could have approached the matter. Is one, by making as much use of the various coconut byproducts which were listed in the pantry list, and another way would also be to vary the preparation techniques and use of these different coconut products, whether you used more than one variant of the coconut product or that you simply used one particular coconut product and then applied many techniques to it, is a way for you to do that. It's just a reminder that coconut, is a very versatile product. And so you could have used it, as really the main ingredient as well. Many of you used it as a sauce, as a dressing, as a stock for preparing some of the dishes, and that is noteworthy. But I just want to let you know that maybe in the future you can look at coconut as more than just a liquid or a nut or a powder or a flour. So notice that there are many variants to the coconut product, and so we were happy to see some of that in some of the entries, and so that scored quite highly. But again, for the general information of everybody, I personally would have been more impressed, not that I wasn't impressed with the entries now, if you use the coconut to the maximum talaga. Okay? So that's all for now, and I pass on the mic to Chef C.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Well done. To the extent that some of the entries, we would actually wish that it would be done live, face-to-face during Kumbira. It's totally a step up from what we usually see during the face-to-face. And maybe you guys who would like to join also the next time and do face-to-face, no, or live, no? Secondly, I just wonder if the videos will be shared between all competitors, no? It's recorded, and I hope that it can be shared so you can learn off each another what you are doing. In a nutshell, there are some people who came very, very well prepared. I think they practiced several times, and you can see in the video about their movements, how fluid it was, how clean they were during the work, and how well the job was done. of course, there are some people who really made use of the products from the coconut very well, and they represented it in the dish with the various textures. No, there were some components of crispiness, some components of soft, etc., which is very important to us because we don't really want the dish. We are trying to imagine how the dish will taste like in our mouth, whether there's some crunch, whether it's soft, whether there's some smoke flavor, etc. And some people had very good flavor profiles. They were using sourness, they were using sweetness, etc. in combination in a dish. So that was something that I found good to take off from. However, there's some also who I like to tell you that it was too simple. Maybe you should have some more complexity in your plates, no? So in your plates, there are 4 or 5 different components you make. Some even went up to 7 components in the plate in 1 hour. Amazing, no? Not that I'm asking you to do 7, but at least you try to have some components and you try to do each component well. No? Again, Robert touched about the point of the recipe, which I feel is very important because many of you would want to be chefs. You don't want just to cook. To be chefs, you actually cook very little. You have to make recipes that your people can follow. You have to train your people, you have to show your people how, and that is why the recipes are very important to be written in a very good way that your people can follow. Okay. Again, thank you to Kumbira for organizing this, and it is an eye-opener to see it done online. To the team who did this, good job and bravo.
Okay.
Add a few more important. I would like to add a few more important things. Most of it was said already by Chef C and Mirna. You have to be careful with portionings. Portions have to be accurate. Some of the borsches were much too small. We had even a borscht which was much too big. So that's very important. And that's actually connected in planning your recipe. Taste, of course, we don't really taste it, but as they mentioned, we can imagine how it tastes. Now, one thing which influences the taste is food needs to be hot. And quite a few of you, it took you ages to plate it. You start plating your starch already, and only after 20 minutes you put the main ingredients. So that's something which influences the taste also. So you have to be careful, even if it's online. We know if your food was hot or not, because the food should come straight from the stove. That's why if you make, for example, a mashed potato, some of you made some mashed vegetable, don't mash it in a mixing bowl. Put it right away in a casserole, and before you put it on the plate, you reheat it again, right? So that's also very important. Otherwise, maybe one more thing. One of you did all your mise en place, which was quite amazing how fast you can work. But in the other hand, you were allowed to bring everything already chopped and cleaned. So it's better you use the time for cooking and you come up with something even better than using most of your time in making mise en place. So anyway, we could go on most probably for 1 hour, but I think the most important has been said, and again, congratulations to all of you.
Yeah, Chef Mirna.
Okay. Just a few notes again that the three of us discussed, but maybe did not emphasize too much, is the portioning of the ingredients used in preparing for 2. Some of the entries we saw simply just had too much, and a lot of sauce and then just a squirt of it on the plate more for decoration, I think. You must remember that a sauce is a very important component of a dish, especially if it's coconut, right? So you want to taste the coconut, you don't want to look at it on the plate. So some of you must have forgotten to lace your main dish with some of the sauces, no? And instead focus too much on the plating. And then again, as far as technique is concerned, we noticed that the process of finishing a dish or a sauce sometimes just was too long. That somehow, from our, from what we see, that it was almost close to burning. So that's something that should be considered when preparing. Another one would be, let me see now. Okay, there was an entry where the recipe written did not jibe with the procedure that was being shown on screen. And so that's very important, because then again, it doesn't make sense for you to write something and do something otherwise, no? And then again, there's I think one or two entries had a bit of waste, on the trimmings that could have been used for, as a garnish or something else, no? But again, food cost, when you think about it, you don't want to waste your ingredients. And just as a personal comment on cooking technique, especially with coconut milk, at least in Philippine cooking, I saw one recipe which had the first pressing and second pressing. So first pressing would be the pure coconut cream. The difference between coconut cream and coconut milk is cream is pure extract, first pressing from grated coconut. The second pressing is diluted in water, right? Just as a tip for you from experience, and I've seen different cooking styles even abroad. Thailand does it differently. Malaysia and the Philippines, I understand we do it similarly. For you to finish a sauce, because some coconut will tend to break, okay, the oil and the fat, that will break. Usually when finishing a coconut cream sauce, a ginataan, you end with the coconut cream. You start with coconut milk for simmering, and it would be nice if you had some stock, or water would do. But in the end, if you lace with the coconut cream, it will round up the sauce and give you a more flavorful umami and a more binding consistency. So that's just my my way of cooking, and hopefully that you can try that in your own kitchens and see whether it works for you. Thank you.
Lastly, I would like to bring up the point of technique and degree of difficulty. Some of you just do it very simple, Simon, almost like Lego. One on top of the other, and then that's it. There's no various techniques used. There's no degree of difficulty. These little things that you do gives you extra POGI points. Okay? So for this reason, I hope if you are in a live competition, you actually don't get to see what the other people are doing. No, sometimes you feel that your dish is the best and you were being scored badly. The judges were not fair, etc., etc. But this time, it doesn't tell a lie, because you can ask the organizers to give you the videos, and you should take those videos and you should take a look at it, and you should study from each and every other competitor, and you'll get to understand what I'm saying, because there were other people making extra effort to make something simple more complex with good techniques and gives good sense and also makes good taste. So have a look at the other competitors and learn. So the next time around, you have to up your game. Thank you.
One very last thing. I would like to add on to Chef C. In competitions, too many times, participants are focusing too much on presentation. And especially when you go to a competition which is eye to eye, so live, usually taste points are 40 points. So it's nice to have a good presentation, you get also good points, but that's not the most important. The taste and the techniques, the methods, the clear difficulty, that brings you even more points. So that's to not think stacking up food is everything. That's wow. You can make your points with different ways. Anyway, that's enough said now, and I hope you can learn something and you will bring it with you in the future. Thank you.
Hi, we're back. Jeff, how are you there?
Hi, Sir Yong. I'm doing good. How are you?
Okay, so Jeff, after watching the videotape presented with our contestants, sus nagutom gyud ko kalit din pagkakita nato sa ilang performances, we would like to congratulate them because I know we all know how difficult it would be, the degree of preparation, sleepless nights, and make sure the taste nga malamian gyud sa ato mga judges, and the patience and imagination to complete their task. It's not that easy. So our congratulations to our top 6 for this category. And we'd also like to advise our viewers that one of our original finalists, Mr. Chico Kakanindin of Iligan City, had to back out for some reason. So finalist number 1, Joel Hamudyong, took his place. So Jeff?
Yes, Sir Yong. Lagi, lisod gito itong mga gipanghimo sa itong mga participants. But yes, congratulations to all of them for pulling off a difficult task. Now, we also would like to thank all our judges for having given the time to offer their valuable feedback. Okay, so I just would like to give a quick summary regarding a few takeaway points that I received during the debriefing. Okay, so one should maximize the main ingredients and make use of the various byproducts of the said main ingredient. One should also make use of the trimmings, don't waste the ingredients. One should take risks and not focus too much on the presentation. Syempre, ang taste man yun ang main focus. And
because the competition on the points and taste.
And last but not the least, practice makes perfect. A little bit of organization goes a long way. Okay, Sir Yong.
Right. So I think kinsa kaha, who among our 6 finalists will emerge as our top 3 winners? We will do the announcement later in the show. In the meantime, magchika-chika sa ta. Last Tuesday, ang atong first Kumbira Talk speaker was Sir Honorio Cervantes. He was really talking about the square foot gardening, and he gave us a lot of lectures about urban gardening. We also sent him some questions, sent to us, and let's listen to his answers now in this special tape video. Let's play video.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for viewing this program. I would like to thank Kohara for this program and a very laudable program. And to all our friends with other friends also in the field of agri. So I will try my best to answer some questions if I can do it, and probably please pardon me if all these things will not be in a proper perspective, but I will introduce first my name. I am a retired police officer in Cagayan de Oro City in 2005, and now I am now advocating this little program of urban gardening. Good afternoon. Yes, it's you can use use first use of backyard garden soil, but remember that in urban gardening, it's considered also this word contamination. So you can use adding some compost soil and organic leaves, cleaning it will of all the bacteria, and no contamination and no chemicals. So that's my recommendation. You can use it, but very careful, because in the long run, in the first place, it's good, but in the finishing line, it's bad. So my suggestion and recommendation is please try also to use organic leaves, organic compost in your backyard gardening. Thank you. Okay, it's a very good question. I will go direct to the question and answer it. The crops that you will be using, my recommendation is kangkong. Why? Because you can harvest that in 19 days in your whatever style of planting the system. Then you can harvest it and eat it in the planting with a little space, a little seeds. But you try first, because in this principle, in this recommendation of mine is you start small and you start right. Thank you. Well, in my experience in my little garden, I'm using rock soil. Rock salt, what I mean, sorry, rock salt. Surround the area with rock salt and on snails, direct to snails. And in the evening, you have to go around in your garden and look if there is your enemy, because these snails will go around during night time. In the day, you cannot find them, you know. So my recommendation is you use the rock salt. Okay, first of all, ma'am, I will go direct to the point. If they can use organic soil, but remember, the organic soil is very, tedious and a lot of rituals. And start gardening with uncontaminated. What I mean is, if you try to use the soil which you just pick up on the other side of the roads, then probably you have a problem. Then in here, no chemicals, organic in soil na. You have to find out the source of your soil, because there is a failure. So in the garden, you have to clean well the garden area, because number one in urban gardening is the cleanliness of the area. That is our recommendations, because there is a problem there if your area is not clean. So also in soaking the roots, do not not over of water, in the first place, because there is a protocol here. If you plant your seeds, and the process of growing up, there is actually a very, very careful taking care of this, because watering plants, extent of watering plants can also destroy. So water is limited, then water plants daily, early in the morning or late in the afternoon. So use good recommendations, good health of seeds. That is, avoid also the direct sunlight if you start only in planting. Then probably my recommendation is if there are a lot of seeds, seeds in your area, please try to get that seeds in the area where you plant your crops, Then please try to find also and make your record of your activities, so that if there is a failure, you can go back and try to find out where I was in the wrong direction. That's all, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. In square pot gardening, you can use your imagination and creativity. You can plant because in a square pot is saving space. So the space is divided into different, shall we say, box, So you plant like chili, then you plant also rose, you plant other crops also. So it's a combination in your, because in a square pot there's a beauty. Creativity will come in if you plant these things, because if you try and try until you try no more, so you can say that you can imagine the beauty of the square foot gardening now. If you try it, you do not try, so that's the problem. Okay, that's the problem because there are also negative perception on attacking this problem, no? How to plant, selection. The easiest way is to organize also the creativity of this container gardening and vertical gardening, because you can use the recycled materials like bottles, plastic, water plastics. It's a simple way, and it's a limited number of soil that you can use, because I'm using the 200, so probably you can reduce it in a simple way in selecting your boxes, bottles, and put some drain water of your recycled plastic bottles, so you can put soil. Then you start there. So the best way is to start with, my recommendation is plant first kangkong, because if you plant kangkong and the good system of planting, the proper way of planting, so you can, she can, or he can prove that he is in a victory of planting in a small pot in this area. Well, ma'am, that's a very good question. First of all, is you have the passion, you have the love, you have the care, because that's like, it's the same also in caring yourself. If you want to focus in a little that you can eat every day, morning, lunch, and the evening, in a fresh crops. So try your best to try to organize yourself and make some imagination how you can plant small things in your backyard. Well, my friends, my ka-agree, I hope that I can, my little sharing, my little experience, you can contact me in my Facebook, and also sharing with some of our friends, and also in Kohara, through Kohara, because I would like to thank Kohara, because with this, I can share my little experience and my little farm, the 300 square foot garden, which I advocate now. It's my passion. I'm a retired, I'm a senior officers, and maybe in the future, you can enjoy yourself in a little farm. And in this country, you think that we are poor, but we are rich in our heart, rich our destination in this food security problem in this country. So I thank you very much, and good afternoon.
Sir Young?
Yes. Kumusta ka diha?
Okay lang po. Okay,
All right. So I think we would like to thank Mr. Cervantes for sharing also those important points, no, Jeff?
Yes, sir. Sir Honorio Cervantes, we thank you very much for your wonderful insights. I'm pretty sure the answers that you have provided us will be of much use to our viewers and guests. And we at Kohara are also very, very grateful to you for having shared with us your expertise in urban gardening. Sir Young?
All right. So let's proceed with our next important guest this afternoon, Jeff. And now we call on our other three speakers from yesterday's Kumbira Talks. Let's call in live Mr. Rich Watanabe of Coffee Heritage Project and Coffee Science Center, and Mr. Raymond Mirabueno of Bukidnon's own Mirabueno Coffee. Hi, Sir Raymond and Sir
Hi, Sir
Rich.
Young.
Hello. Hello, Sir Raymond, Sir Rich. Hello.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Jeff.
Oh, Sir Young. Sir Raymond, Sir Rich, hi, good afternoon.
Hi.
Yes. Hey, I just want to ask first, in the video that was shown, can you tell us a bit more about that competition in Paris? What was the competition like, the ambience, the energy, the mechanics? Give us a few ideas.
Okay, maybe I can fill in some of the answers to that question.
So AFPA Paris Coffee Competition is a global competition of 700 coffee producers, organizations, and entities around the world. And this is um, moderated by and organized by uh, some of the top gastronomic officials in Paris. And as we all know, the French standard is the gold standard for gastronomy. So what happens there is that there are three phases to the competition, and the first stage, let's say it's the preliminary stage. You'll have a one set of judges, maybe 7 or 10, and then the coffees that pass their quality move on to the next round, and it goes to another round, semifinals, and the judges actually add. So they double or triple, and so there's really more scrutiny when you get to the next stage. And when you get to the final stage, it's not just 7 or 24. There's 150 judges that will be testing those
Wow.
coffees. So it is no joke. I mean, it is not one person and one person's
Mm-hmm.
opinion. So 150 people composed of um, the and the national champion baristas, the chefs, head of chef organizations, head of hotels, head of restaurant associations, food critics. So it's actually a mimic of everybody who consumes that coffee outside the producer. So indeed, when you get recognized in the Alpha Paris, and you're pitting against 700 other
Wow.
state sponsored, sometimes some of them are state sponsored by their governments, very actively supporting their coffee organizations to participate in that competition. Uh, you're pitting against 700 of these best producers in the world, and so when you get recognized by these people, it is not just you become one of the best coffees in the world. It's really a respect of the peers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and it's also recognition, well, not just for CDO and not just for Region 10. It's a recognition for all Filipinos and for the country.
All right, thank you very much. It's really very tough. We understand, Sir Rich. In
It's very
the video, Sir Raymond shared how their coffee improved. Can you describe to us, Sir Raymond, what was the taste of your coffee before and now?
Okay. Good afternoon. No? Actually, um, before we met Coffee Heritage Project, who roasted our coffee, we weren't able to taste our coffee. It was just coffee trees in the farm that you at one point regret you planted.
Innocent coffee
Yeah.
at that.
And then as I narrated in the story, when sila Rich visited our farm and then taught us how to harvest and how to process it, and then eventually they roasted it. That was the only time we were able to appreciate our coffee. So our coffee, no, yung Mirabueno coffee, tastes iba siya dun sa mga yung naririnig natin sila. Lagi kasi when you hear specialty coffee, the first thing that comes to their mind is that kind of coffee that's like that's tea-like, yung parang tsaa, ganon, very light. That's sometimes almost acidic or parang sour, ganun. This one is different, no? Mirabueno coffee is a fine robusta coffee. It is a very strong-bodied coffee that full-bodied, no? And then when you drink it, when you taste it, you will find notes of dark chocolate,
Wow.
almonds, yeah, caramel, and then towards the finish, you will taste uh, fruitiness in the end. Okay.
Wow.
So it's ako personally, I enjoy coffee that's also light and all that, but it's not the coffee you'd want to drink every day. So this is the coffee as we know it. Only ang diferensya niya is talagang it's masarap. Okay,
It's
hindi ko
nice.
na ma-describe. Okay.
Okay, so I think you have another question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Young. Sir Raymond, Sir Rich, talking about marketing. With so many coffee products today, what tips can you share in terms of pushing local coffee in the market? Because we also have imports, the Ethiopian coffee from Kenya, so on and so forth.
Mhm.
How do you go against these imports?
So, first of all, we love to see a lot of coffees being enjoyed by our coffee consumers. No? So I think if you try to focus yourself only on one coffee,
Hmm.
it's a terrible thing because you don't understand how good or far from good your coffee is. So there is some wisdom to try as many coffee as you can, and I encourage people try everything: Ethiopia, Kenya, Brazil. If you can find coffee in Greenland, Iceland, Antarctica, go for it, and then give me a call. I also want to taste that, and so I think the most important thing is to enrich your experience of coffee, and that's the only time you would understand when you start zoning or focusing on one coffee that you really like. It's because you really like it because you've tried the whole other stuff already. So we welcome everybody to try all kinds of coffee. Now, as far as marketing local coffee, uh, just as the work that we've done in collaboration with Raymond, uh, it's really not trying to be or mimic another coffee like Ethiopian or Panama. It's really trying to find your own identity.
Mhm.
How do we find the expression of Bukidnon in a cup? Because as far as I know, there is no other place like your place in the world. It is unique. So
Yes.
you and only you will only have that coffee. So
Yes.
that is what I encourage for local coffees is to find their own identities in coffees, and we contribute to the richness of coffee experience of the world.
Okay, so we always say that we are very blessed because every cup of coffee on the tables here has something to do with our roots, our cultural heritage, and that every time we have a coffee on the table, we always say you gave life to our community. And with that note, we would also like to welcome an important guest this afternoon. We would like to welcome back Chef Chong Yan Si. Hi, Chef.
Hi, Chef.
Hello, hello, good
Hello, good
afternoon,
afternoon.
everybody. Hi, good afternoon, the panel. Sorry, I'm a
Uh-huh.
little late
It's
with
okay, it's
technical
okay.
problems.
It's okay.
But
So,
nevertheless, I'm in.
Yes,
all
we're happy
right.
to have you on board, Chef C.
Yeah.
Okay. So, marami kang fans kahapon, Chef C, sa ginawa mong demonstration. So, I think we have also some questions, no? Para sa iyo, Jeff.
Yes, Chef C, regarding your video, um, can we add another vegetable, like, for example, squash? Would that change the flavor of the dipping sauce? And what other vegetables yung pwedeng i-add?
Okay. Basically, why I did it was because we are during this pandemic, a lot of people became plantitos and plantitas, no?
Right,
And then,
right.
and then, like it as if you like it or not, there will be an overproduction of a certain vegetable because they all seem to bloom and fruit at the same time, no? So you're welcome to experiment. There are no boundaries. Maybe you find something better than mine, even. No, because basically what we are talking about, we are not in Bukidnon, so we cannot get the nice cauliflower or broccoli or highland vegetables. Most of us are in the lowland, so we concentrate on what is available in the lowland. The importance here is that when you have abundance, you cannot just throw it away, sayang. So that's why we try to conserve. So you're free to experiment. But the basic principles there for conserving is that the few ingredients should be available to help you conserve. What are the ingredients? The ingredients are sugar, salt, vinegar, oil, or you find a way to remove oxygen. No, so you vacuum seal. So when you remove oxygen, the bacteria cannot grow, or bacteria doesn't try to avoid those ingredients that I have just mentioned: salt, sugar, oil, vinegar, or
All right.
alcohol, even alcohol.
All right. Thank you very much. Chef, see, mayroon pa isang question. Can
Yeah.
we use bulad? You know, bulad is a Visaya for the dried fish. As a
Yes.
salt for the talong recipe. Is it okay to use bulad?
Super. You just gave me a new idea. I think it would be so good. Yeah, you could use it because the bullet itself, it's in a dried form and it's already conserved. So there's no worries about using an item like that.
Okay, because you know, Mindanao is also has a lot. Marami kaming bulad dito, different types, no, and degree of saltiness as well. So that's why, baka, yeah, any of those bulad pwede nating magamit, no, for that matter. And can we also use other types of sili? Because you were really mentioning kahapon with labuyo na sili. Can we use other type of sili, oil, or vinegar for that matter? Does
You're
it
free. You're
iba
free to
bang ang taste?
you're free to experiment. What I really want to drive, or the point I want to drive, is anything that is available 10 kilometers around you. Just use those things. Do not go and use imported items. Why do we want to make other countries rich? Why can't we make our own province rich,
Yes,
for
I think that's
example?
right. Yes. And
Experiment, because when you are experimenting, maybe the vinegar that you're using is more smooth vinegar, not so high in acidity. So maybe you have to add more. Or maybe it's an aged vinegar, so it's high in acidity, then you have to put less. So you just have to experiment. But the basic principles I gave you are there.
all right. So, Chef, we'll get back to you, but this time we'll have to ask Raymond, how has the award helped Mira Bueno Coffee marketing wise? Is it doing you well?
Yes, actually, the award helped a
The
lot.
plus factor because it's an awardee.
Yeah, it like packaged you well and all. But more importantly, itong the award that we got helped a lot of farmers, similar farmers sa akin. Not only sa sarili nila, that they were able to realize that there is a far better future for their coffee na yung nagusto na rin nilang bunutin. And that also, malaking tulong din for the people who tasted it, because they realized na minsan kasi yung Pilipino, we have this parang colonial mentality that we want something imported and all that. But because of that win, they realized na hindi pala. We can get good coffee, good tasting coffee right here, like 10-kilometer radius, as Chef C was saying. Parang ganon. So
That's
it helped a
right.
lot, and it gave also the farmers that idea na we should also focus on quality, on being able to produce quality, and trust that the market will also appreciate that same quality and effort you put.
Yes, I think we really have to go far because it's already very near to us. We don't go cross borders. Jeff, you have something to say?
Yes, Sir Raymond, regarding being able to find coffee not too far from here, being able to find coffee in the local areas. So please tell us, where can we buy your coffee beans?
Okay. Medyo na we got stopped by the pandemic, no? It started even before we can move forward. Right now, in Cagayan, you can just message me. I'm here and I can send it to you. But it's better and more better distributed by Capitolio in Manila. So,
Okay.
Mirabueno Coffee, I farm it, we process it, and then sila Sir Rich Watanabe roasts it. Okay, that's a whole new different topic again, no? So, it's produced there, it's packaged there. So, if you happen to be in Manila or you want to really get it fast, you can also contact Capitolio, Sir Rich Watanabe.
All right. So, yes, Jeff, I have a question for Sir Rich. Sir Rich,
Yes,
how
go
are you
ahead.
Go
doing
ahead.
today? I'm sure you're having coffee right now with you, huh? If I am to start a coffee farm, what would be the things that I need to consider, like a space, the elevation, the weather condition? Are these things very important when we start to have coffee farm?
Well, those are actually what we call topographical considerations. So those are the characteristics of the land or even the location. But I think the most important thing you should consider is if you're anywhere near an industrial area, it would affect your coffee.
Mhm.
Seepage, any pollutants that will affect the coffee.
All
So,
right. So,
yes.
yes, for
So,
those who would like to have one, make sure you take note of what Sir Rich has just shared to us. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Sir
and,
Rich.
and
I'd like to bring back to Jeff. Jeff?
Yes, Sir Young. I have a question for Chef C.
Yes,
Uh,
thank you.
yes, Chef C, if I were to market the linusak na talong and ginger sauce, do we market them as sauces and spreads to go with all types of food, or are they limited to steamed dishes only?
For in the case of the ginger scallion, that is more like a sauce. It can go with most oriental type of cooking, no? But if you are going to pair it, for example, with a roast beef or something, I don't think that will do, no.
Mm-mm.
However, with the spread, that is something that you can use liberally before, let's say, you have a cocktail or pika pika. So that is something that you can use for those kind of occasions.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chef C.
Thank you.
And I just would like to ask a follow-up question, Chef.
Yes.
A while ago in Mr. Cervantes's video, he said that kangkong is one of the easier vegetables to grow. So can you give us or suggest a recipe that we can make using kangkong?
Uh, for the kangkong, the usual stir fries, or you can dehydrate and to make it like chips, and then instead of munching on potato chips, you can munch on kangkong chips, which are better. So the way to do it is to dehydrate in a dehydrator,
Okay.
or sometimes you can even fry it to make it crispy. Just soak it with a little egg white and dust it with a little cornstarch and fry it.
Okay, so
All right.
dehydrate. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Chef, see, you showed us how you bottled the talong and ginger yesterday. You said the bottles need to be refrigerated, right? So once we
Yes.
open them, what would be their expected shelf lives?
Please consume within a week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Week lang, hindi pwede 2 weeks.
Uh, the way to do it is when you open the bottle, some people have the habit to use a spoon and dip it in, and then after that, the spoon is maybe contaminated, wet, or soiled, and then you stick it into the jar. So when you do that, or you double dip, no, for example, mean to say you, and then you contaminate the contents in the bottle, no. So the important thing is that when you open the bottle, when you consume, use a clean spoon, take out the quantity that you would like to consume, and then seal the bottle back again. This way, you can keep the bottle a little longer, maybe up to
Mm-hmm.
10 to 14 days. But when you
Mm-hmm.
contaminate the bottle, that's when the problem begins.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we should take note of that, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to thank Chef C for being with us. We would like to go back to our friends from the coffee industry. This time, we would like to ask this question for Sir Rich. What exactly does your group do, and how can local coffee producers get in touch with you?
Okay, great question. And I have a very simple answer for that. The
Mm-hmm.
Coffee Heritage Project, we only do three main things: we improve, we promote, and conserve. So we are a private, nonprofit initiative, and we help out farmers, farmer communities. And those who are interested to know more about us, they can visit us on our website. It's coffeeheritageproject.com, or can also check out our FB accounts.
All right, Jeff.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Sir Rich.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rich. I have one more question for Chef C. Chef C, how about okra? What can we do with okra? Any fancy recipe that we might be able to come up with?
Okay, I have a recipe for Japanese style. So typically,
Mm-mm.
you take 1 part of water, 1 part of sugar, some sake, and then you boil this together until you reach a syrupy consistency because of the sugar. Then you add some mirin
Mm-hmm.
and some Japanese soy sauce for flavoring and for the saltiness. And once you boil it down to a syrup again, you can slice up the okra and put it into blanch briefly. And then this will be able to be conserved in the bottle again.
Mm-hmm. Chef C, since it's hard to find sake here, what if we use Japanese whiskey?
That would be a little too strong, in my opinion. But
Okay.
for example, I'm not so sure. Do you
Mm-hmm.
have tapai, or what they call the in the mountain province? They make their own rice wines. Do you
Mm-hmm.
have that in Bukidnon, for example? Somebody who makes rice wine, that will work.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm.
Any more question, Jeff?
Um, I'm good, Mr. Young.
All right. So at
All
this point
right.
in time, since we really don't have much time, we would like to once again thank Chef C, Sir Reese, and Sir Raymond for joining us virtually. Your presence in our Kumbira Online has truly made the whole Kumbira experience complete. So we would like to ask any parting words for our viewers coming from our guests this afternoon. Maybe I would like to start with Sir Rich Watadame. Sir, any words that you want to convey to our viewers today?
Yeah, so thank you, first of all, to Kumbira Online 2021 for having us. It's been such a pleasure to present the Coffee Heritage Project work. And I'd like to encourage and thank everyone for continuing to support our local coffee businesses, our local coffee shops, and our local coffee growers. So we really appreciate your help. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sir Rich. And of course, we would like to hear some parting words from a good friend, Sir Raymond.
Okay. My message for everyone, no, those who have restaurants and those consumers at home, um, tangkilikin natin yung Philippine coffee, no? It's not bad to drink coffee like yung mga imported coffees. I also do that, but you just no, try Philippine coffee every once in a while. You patronize it. You have it at home. You serve it to guests. You serve it in your restaurant. You put it up as an option. That's the only way Philippine coffee will continue to grow in quality and sustainably. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Raymond. You have our support for that. And of course, our dear friend of Kumbira and Kuhara, we would like also to ask Chef C for some words to our viewers. Chef?
Thank you. I would like to end and part with a message of positivity. No, yes, we are undergoing a difficult time, but if we look on the positive side, we are still able to meet so many people this afternoon in the Kumbira 25th, the 25th edition of Kumbira. And thanks very much to Kohara, who have made this possible in an online platform. It's a time for reboot, and we are rebooting. And I am sure we will come back stronger, better, and this time with more thoughts to the humanity aspect of things, and also to the environment, because the environment or the Mother Nature will continue to give so long we love Mother Nature. Stay strong, guys, and we will emerge better because our life goes on.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah. Chef
Okay.
C, thank you very much. We cannot wait to see you again in Cagayan de Oro City, and all together we go around the market to look for your ginger.
Okay, thank you very
And Jeff?
much.
Yes, Jeff.
Okay. Yes, Chef C, Sir Raymond, Sir Rich, thank you very much for giving us the answers.
Thank you.
This open forum was really enjoyable and informative. It was splendid.
A lot
Okay,
of
so
learning from our experts.
okay, so when we come back, we will be announcing our bar, cake, and chef masters competition winners. So stay tuned. This is Kumbira Online 2021.
Don't go away. Stand by.
So we ask ourselves what will be very important to really charge it fairly and properly. So that was the first thing we have been deciding is we said we will have to pay a lot of attention on the recipe writing. So we made it actually a little bit an educational thing, how to write a recipe properly, because that's how everything starts. Before I start cooking, I should have the proper guideline, I should have recipes with the proper measurement. So we said, okay, we will consider to give more points on that, because this is very important, not only now on virtual, which helps us to find out how good the dish is, what's the combination. We also look at the quantities. Are there too much spices? Are the portions properly done? So that was for us one of the guide, which was very important to use for charging it properly.
Because this is a virtual competition, everything is visual. So even the recipe in particular is something we really zeroed in that we had to be able to visualize what the food was going to be like, what the ingredients and the quantities and the procedures that were going to be performed online will be reflected on written form in the recipe. It was also important to note that the pantry list, which has always been a written version, is paid attention to in preparing the recipe. We emphasized, in fact, a format for recipe writing so that it's something that we can easily digest in terms of, okay, what are these participants going to be doing, and we were to watch them do it based on what is written in the recipe, and then obviously to judge the entries on the 4 criteria that were established and given equal points to. So that in essence was as opposed to a face-to-face competition. Really, when you think about it, there is more focus and emphasis on this virtual activity.
Some of the concerns that I had was homogeneity. How can we homogeneously have a competition? I was worried about the quality of the videos, about the competitors having equal footing, about how this would look like. But the Filipino, being a resilient people and being creative people, actually amazed me. They actually excelled because they had their own home ground and home advantage. And I was really surprised that many of them already know how to take videos and was able to show what they were going to showcase during the competition. So overall, my fears were not any concern. And to be very, very frank and very, very sure to everyone, all 3 of us saw very good products during the time that they were doing the competition. We saw how they performed, and actually we were very pleased. And that led us to be also did let us do our job quite easily to decide who amongst the competitors who will continue to the final, and hence we were able to pick very fairly and very correctly the 6 finalists.
Now, I'm also very happy to note, and if you don't mind my stating so, I'm quite pleased and delighted that this particular competition is really a takeoff from Chef Wars of the National Food Showdown. And the pantry list that we have been sending out as part of that competition has been adopted as well in this exercise. But I'm glad to see that it's working very well virtually. And so I'm really so glad to see that these 6 finalists, did very well. But then again, of course, there will always be some other entries who will obviously do better than the others. So it's really quite a delight to experience this. And I'm really looking forward to having more of these exercises. I'm starting to get very inspired that it can be done.
And otherwise, it is basically the same as if we would be in the competition area, except one thing, we cannot taste the food. But that we explained to the participants. The food, again, we come to the recipe, we see what you're doing, and we can figure out if these combinations which you have in your dish, and if this combination in terms of main ingredients, sidings, if this goes well together, and according that one, we will give our points. So we can even consider the taste, although on a virtual competition online, we will give for taste less points than what we would do if we actual taste it.
This encouraged the competitors to actually write the recipes properly, measure them out, and most important, I felt every one of them practice their recipes or their routines before coming to the competition. The moves were fluid. They were guided. It's like a script. They were guided according to the script, and they were doing it very, very naturally, very professionally, and their movements were very correct. It's just that the top three had better creativity, more levels of difficulty, very good organization, very clean work, and they were able to express their recipes very well.
I felt so glad. Hindi ako nakalimutan ng Kohara. And I'm excited because it's gonna be a live per day, no? So it's just exciting that I'll be part of this in a different environment or condition because of this pandemic. And I'm glad that I'm part of the celebrating year, the 25 years.
Well, aside from that, I'm happy dahil kasama pa ako sa judge, and then excited because I know Kohara can do it well, okay? Even virtually, the Kohara event is always successful one, so I am excited for that. And then at the same time, skeptical because we know that the internet connection here is not that stable, but excited pa rin.
Since virtual competition this year, it would be very difficult for us to judge on the taste. So naturally, it's all that what we can see only that we can judge. So when we were given I was part of the team. So one was that I asked that we forgo judging on the taste, but probably we can just analyze or go into the recipes.
Focus more on the video on the cakes, like the top, the side, and the back. 360 degrees na makita ang cake.
We have to be very particular on their moves, on their internet, whether you're very good or you're very bad. If your internet fails you, there goes the competition. Diba? Yun lang naman yun eh. Wala nang iba.
Virtually, it's my first time. So, to be honest, confident ako. Kasi, I've worked with the production team already, with you guys. And, of course, I know Kohara can do it well. And, reliable naman lahat ng sa production part and the Kohara part, reliable. So for me, kumbaga komportable ako in my own home na nagja-judge.
Actually, I did not really have a very good idea on what to look for virtually. Pero since I have experience judging Kumbira live, I just had in mind that dapat I have a good view of the cakes that they are making.
Okay. Their works were neat and clean, and we can see that they really did practice before the competition. And but still, I would say it still needs improvement. But since this is the first time for a virtual competition, so I think hopefully by next year, much better.
Few contestants that we have this year, I'm sure it's quite challenging for everyone, including the organizers and the competitors as well, because they're in a different scenario, meaning this time they have to consider a camera looking at their work, a camera looking or focusing at their hands, how they move. I mean, the time and motion should be coordinated. And then they have to consider like the preparation is, although the preparation is I would say very lax for them, because it's within their own home or their place, their chosen place to be videoed, but still, you know, it's different. All your supporters, your family, your friends, your school, your audience are all screaming on top of their voice. So I think this time their feeling is like kami lang nandito. So wala akong supporter. Ang supporter ko lang yung kamerang gumagalaw-galaw to take my photo. Solo mo, although alam mo, nakapresyo naman sa'yo dahil lahat nakatingin lang sa'yo.
For the top 3, we go through with their performance, yung creativity na ginawa nila, and then the degree of difficulty. And also, we always check if alam nila yung ginagawa nila, if they know what they're doing. So, yun yung nag-excel yung tatlo.
Everybody was prepared, but the top 3 were prepared 101% more. And there was neatness, and of course, it showed in their work, the proper execution. I would say na alam nila yung ginagawa nila.
Prepared, because I think we told them already to practice. So it's very obvious with their time and motion movements and everything. If everything was done properly, in the proper way, in the sense that it's clean, there's no glitches in between, and they provided themselves with a very good space to work. It's a good thing that they can experience this, especially for those who are competing for the second time, or they have competed before and this is a different scenario. So it will be good because alam nila na talagang nakatingin ang bawat galaw sa kanila. Wala silang, unlike when there's a lot of them and it's live, the judges move around the different tables, the different kitchen. Diba? So parang this time, you have to be very particular, very cautious of your time and motion that will be coordinated. Diba?
Okay, I would like to congratulate the organizers, Kohara, and the participants for pursuing this affair, even though virtually. You made it well. It was really a success, and congratulations to all.
I would like to congratulate the board of Kohara, the people behind this undertaking, for successfully staging the 25th anniversary of Kumbira despite virtually. It was really a very amazing feat for the group, knowing that amidst the pandemic, I would say that Kohara is a very dynamic team. They never ceased to work and never ceased to amaze the people of Cagayan de Oro and the Philippines as a whole. So congratulations to all of you, and you made history. So good luck sa next year na po. That's all.
Congratulations, Kohara, on this milestone. Not only because it's your silver year, but because this is the first time also that we all did it virtually. And then this only proves the resiliency of the organization, that despite the pandemic, you are firm in your commitment. Once again, congratulations.
Okay. Congratulations, the Kohara, for organizing this Kumbira, because the group, I can see their camaraderie is very, very good. One of the nicer I've seen. Congratulations from the very start I get into the group. I've been with them for more than 10 years now. I don't exactly remember how many years, but to reach 25th and you're still going strong. I have yet to see more of the group in their performance. We all get old, but we all enjoy each other company, and I really appreciate all their friendship. You can tell that they are united in one. That's all. Congratulations, Tahara, on your 25th.
I was amazed. I thought, wow, Kohara and the organizing committee of Kumbira, they're really going all the way. They really want to make things happen even during this difficult time. Because I was not really worried it's possible, because I know that Kohara, the organizing committee of Kumbira, they can do it. If they say they do something, they will do it. So I was really amazed that this is happening. And therefore, I would also like to take the opportunity to congratulate Kohara and the organizing team, the board members, all the directors and head of competitions for the past 25 years. I would like to congratulate all of you for such a well-done job. Myself, I have been part of it for over 20 years. I'm not so sure now, is it 22 or 23 years? And every time we went to Cagayan de Oro, it was very special for myself, and every time it was very successful. And I have to say, even this time it was virtual. It was a very exciting experience, and I really enjoyed it. I would like to congratulate everybody, the organizing committee, the board members of Kohara, all the members. I would like to congratulate you for the last 25 years, for your 25th anniversary. I will repeat myself now. So I have been myself also here for more than 20 years, and it was always amazing experience, and I always enjoyed it. And therefore, I can only congratulate you for a job well done, and I hope this will continue, because this is certainly one of the best, if not the best competition in the whole Philippines.
To the members of Kumbira, the board of Kumbira, to the hardworking organizing committee, I congratulate you for a job well done, and also for your 25th anniversary of the Kumbira that you have actually done online. And this year, when I was approached again, I said to myself that I'm glad that it happened, and I'm glad that we will be able to do it again. Who dares wins, and clearly you guys have won, because you dared to do it, and you dared to do it online.
You know, of all the 3 regional culinary competitions that have partnered with the National Food Showdown in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, the Kohara people and Kumbira have always impressed me as the most organized culinary competition. I don't say that Visayas and Mindanao that Visayas and the Luzon culinary competitions do not do as well. But, you know, the Kohara people work like a family. And so that adds to ease of preparation and execution of their annual events, the Kumbira. Now, like I messaged them the other day after the finals, you are considered our summa cum laude of all culinary competitions, and I take my hats off. I take my chef's hats off to you, and more power And I hope to be able to continue working with you, with the National Food Showdown and the other regional partners of Luzon and the Visayas. More power at mabuhay po kayo.
Hello,
Hi,
Sir Yong.
Jeff. How are you?
Good. Kumusta, Sir Yong?
All right. I think you can go ahead, Jeff.
Okay. So thank you once again to all our judges. A big thank you for those valuable tips and kind words of congratulations to everyone involved in this virtual experience. We are just as honored to have you guys here on our 25th year of celebration. Thank you very much to all of you. Sir Young?
Jeff, and with that, it's time to make the announcement of winners.
Yes, muna ning ginahulatan sa mga tao.
Hindi na to, no? Nianagid ta sa pinaka-importante nga punto for the show.
Okay, so to announce the winners of the Bar Masters competition, we now call on the category master, Sir Ray Sumanya. Welcome, Sir Ray. Good afternoon.
Hello, Sir Jeff.
Hey.
Hello, hi, Sir Yong.
Uy, hi,
Sir Ray.
Relax ka ayot na diha, ha?
Yeah. The judgment thing na gid. Congratulations to all the finalists. Mark Lister Sahunya of University of Southern Mindanao, Kidapawan City. Ferland Ayata of Cagayan de Oro. Maria Angela Banawan of Don Carlos Bukidnon. Jeffrey Fontanilla of City Heights, Bacolod City. Jimuel Guanzon of the University of St. Lazal, Bacolod City. Aiden Michael Manalo of Santo Tomas, Batangas, Kenneth Mila of Bagong Silang, Caloocan City. We will announce first our consolation prize winners to receive 2,000 cash each. We have Jeffrey Fontanilla, Jemuel Guanzon, Maria Angela Banawan, and Mark Lister Saunya. Congratulations to 4 of you. We now have 3 more finalists left. Our third placer to receive 5,000 cash is Kinit Mila of Bagong Silang, Caloocan City. Featured drink is Los Vivindas Treasure. And we are now on the second finalist. Our second placer to receive 7,000 pesos in cash is Aiden Rafael Manalo of Santo Tomas, Batangas. Featured drink is Cash Sanity Beach. Our Kumbira Bar Master is Ferland Ayata from Cagayan de Oro City with his entry drink, Amigos. He wins 10,000 in cash. Sir Jack?
Ferland Ayata will also receive a plaque of recognition as this year's Bar Master with the citation Bar Master during the 25th Kumbira held on August 24 to 26, 2021 on the occasion of the silver anniversary of the Cagayan de Oro Hotel and Restaurant Association. Given this day, 26th day of August 2021 in Cagayan de Oro City, Philippines. Congratulations, Mr. Ferland Ayata. You are now Kumbira 2021's Bar Master.
Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you very much, Sir Ray. And this
Thank you very much, sir.
ladies and gentlemen, to announce the winners of the Cake Masters competition. We now call on the category master, Chef Kathy Dano. Chef Kathy.
Hi, Chef.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Sir Yong. Good afternoon, Jeff. So this is the most awaited time, Jeff.
Yes, Chef. What a good news.
Congratulations to all. Congratulations to all the finalists. Richard Maghuyok of Cagayan de Oro City. Crystal Joy Bahia of the University of St. LaSalle, Bacolod City. Chantal Kim M. Gutico from Siargao. Mary Nathaniel Iray of Holy Cross Davao College, Davao City. Kathleen Joy Purpura, University of Southern Mindanao, Kidapawan City. So we will first announce our consolation prize winners to receive 2,000 each. We have Richard Maghuyok of Cagayan de Oro City and Cristil Joy Bahia of the University of St. LaSalle, Bacolod City. Congratulations! So we have now 3 more finalists left. Our third placer to receive 5,000 is Mary Nathaniel Iray of Holy Cross Davao College, Davao City. And we are now left with the last 2 finalists. Our second placer to receive 7,000 pesos is Chantal Kim M. Gutico from Siargao. Our Kumbira Cake Master is Kathleen Joy Purpura, University of Southern Mindanao, Kidapawan City. She wins 10,000 in cash.
Okay. Miss
Kathleen Joy Purpura will also receive a plaque of recognition as this year's Cake Master with the same citation. Thank you very much, Chef Kathy Dano, and congratulations to all the winners.
Okay, so to announce the winners of the Chef Masters competition, we now call on the category master, Chef Joanna Yu. Hi, Chef.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon again.
Yeah, again.
So I'd like to congratulate the finalists of our Kumbira Chef Masters competition in this year's Kumbira Online 2021. We have the 6 finalists, Mr. Joel Vergara Hamodyong of Cagayan de Oro, Manny Ablanque of the Manlangit Nature Park Buena Vista Agusan del Norte, Mr. Jomar Agpopra of Cali Resort and Conference Center, Kevin Faith Kabakulan of Cagayan de Oro City, and Mr. Jerry May Perez of the VIP Hotel Cagayan de Oro City, and Mr. Kent Rolly Samion of Holy Cross Davao College, Davao City. We will announce first our consolation prize winners who receive 2,000 pesos cash each. We have Mr. Kent Rolly Samion of Holy Cross Davao College, Davao City, Manny Ablanque of Manlangit Nature Park, Buena Vista, Agusan del Norte, and Mr. Joel Vergara Hamojong of Cagayan de Oro City. Congratulations and thank you for being part of this competition. We now have 3 finalists left. Our third placer to receive 5,000 cash prize is Mr. Jerry May Perez of the VIP Hotel Cagayan de Oro City. Congratulations. And we are now down to our top 2 finalists. Our second placer to receive 7,000 peso cash is Mr. Kevin Faith Kabaktulan of Cagayan de Oro City. And congratulations to our Kumbira Chef Master, Mr. Jomar Agpopra of Charlie Beach Resort and Conference Center. He wins 10,000 pesos in cash and cookware set, 5-piece cookware set, Visions from Kitchen Joy PH. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to the winner. Jomar Agcopra will also be receiving a plaque of recognition as this year's Kumbira Chef Master. Congratulations to all our winners, and thank you once again, Chef Anu. Thank you. All winners must wait for an email advice from Kohara, from Miss Nolly, on how to claim your prizes. Jeff? Hi, Jeff? Jeff, your mic, you're on mute. You're on mute. Yes, please go ahead.
Sorry, the mute data. Sorry, Sir Yong.
All right, go ahead, please.
So, as what Sir Yoyong said, you can wait for an email advice from Kohara or a phone call from Miss Nolly, our Kohara secretary. Okay, so once again, a big congratulations to all our winners and finalists for this virtual experience. Okay, just by being part of this historical event, it's already something worth flexing. Sir Yong?
Yes, go ahead, Jeff. Jeff, we are now to closing. Hello, Jeff?
No. Oh, yes. Hello, Sir Young. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, I can't believe it. Humanagid siya, Sir Young. All the
after all. Thank you so much.
all the challenges that we faced, ang coordination, all the phone calls and virtual meetings, it's finally done. The 25 years celebration of Kumbira is now coming to an end, or it's now coming to a close.
Yes, Jeff, nagpalahi na po, no? Virtual na sab. Well, I miss doing this on the stage with thousands of people watching. Dili madiscount that today you and I are being viewed by thousands more all over the world, thanks to virtual technology. And with that, my big congratulations to Kohara for staging this successful event on your 25th year. Kudos to everyone who were part of this.
A big congratulations to Kohara and of course to our production team, the men and women who toiled with the Kohara members, navigating together through the ups and downs of doing a virtual competition and show. So in behalf of Kohara, I would like to thank all of you for making it easier for us to do this outstanding and truly unforgettable Kumbira. Thank you
and to the rest of the world, our viewers, daghan kayong salamat for keeping us company in the last 3 days. You can replay everything on the following FB pages of Kumbira, Kohara, Hello Sidio, Music and the City, Higalay Festival, and on GOT Region 10 as well. This has been Decius Yoyong Esmedalla, Viva Señor San Agustin, Fiesta on August 28.
And this has been Jeff Limbinhay, Ekang Salamat. Happy Higalay Festival from Cagayan de Oro City. This is
Kumbira Online.
Online.
Kumbira Online 2021.
Okay, see you next year.
2022. Thank you very much. Ito na, daghang kayong salamat. And congratulations for Kohara. Bye!
Bravely enduring the challenges of the times and our new normal. Keeping traditions alive and the flame of the Cagayanon spirit and Higalaay ablaze, all with God's blessings. Uniting the community in a festive celebration of fashion, beauty, culture, enterprise, creativity, friendship, family, good food, and faith. This is Cagayan de Oro, celebrating Higalay Festival 2021. I'm Leah Andanaru. Kita-kits, mga Higala!